Hello, everyone. So I saw this write-up by Rufai Oseni of Arise TV, and it made so much sense. And I'm just going to read it out to you. While I'm reading it out, I'll also put my thoughts along it. He said, Nigerians never appreciate excellence. In fact, they don't want it. That's why your tailor will always disappoint. Your event planner will deliver poor service and beg you after you have paid. That's why event will never start early in Nigeria. And that's why politicians will sink the economy and is shouting reforms. And some will support him after turning them to beggars. Fela was correct. Nigerians are experts in suffering and management. So let me even stop there. This thing he said is so apt. I don't know what about it that Nigerians will tolerate all manner of nonsense being done at them, not even at national level, even when it comes to personally. And the people who do this will always resort to religion. It's either they're using God to beg you, and then if you don't agree, they say, oh, you are being wicked, even when the person has begged you, even one thing or the other. When somebody is doing the wrong thing, instead of Nigerians to call out that person and say, stop, it is the person calling out the wrong thing that they will now be telling, oh, what is your own self? Are you the only one? Are you this? Are you that? And I'm gonna share an experience with you. I think this thing happened around 2012 or 20. I think earlier than 20, definitely earlier than 2030. So either 2011 or 2012. There's this hospital I used to go to. And the hospital, when we came to Abuja, that was where we first registered. And their services was so shabby. Every day you're there, you always see people quarreling. When they tell you people's service is shabby, it's shabby. And anytime I go, I'm always, quarreling, always angry because of the way they do. Me, I won't keep quiet. And I'm always like complaining. One day in the hospital, I'm taking my kids there. My daughter just looked at me and she said, my mommy, why do you always complain and you do nothing about it? And my daughter, I don't think she was up to 10 as of that time. She was either, or maybe just 10, either she was 9 or either 9 or 10 years old. Because I'm sure she was because anytime I go with them, I go myself, I'm always complaining how shabby their services is, how they don't do the right thing or whatever. And she just looked at me, she said, why do you keep complaining and you don't do anything about it? Why do you put yourself in position where they'll continue to do something about it to you? Do you know on that day I stopped in my tracks? And that was the day I changed that hospital. Which was true. This place was giving me shabby treatment. Shabby whatever. They will always frustrate you. It's a private place. It's my money. Even though, yes, we're NHIS, we're there as NHIS, I can go to anywhere. So why was I still stuck with them complaining? Because that's what we do as Nigerians. Almost as if we've become so perfect at this complaining. It's almost as if we derive some pleasure from it, from being treated badly. And then we'll have some story to tell, to talk about how our tailor didn't do this, how this one. I saw the other day, was it yesterday, a whole thread being done about one photographer whom people give work to. He doesn't deliver, has some crazy clauses, and yet treats people anyhow. And like people were coming to say, oh, that's what he has done. That's what someone said, oh, he hasn't. He did something good. He didn't do as such with them. The thing is that why do you keep patronizing him? So when my daughter said that to me, for me up to today, I think this thing happened, like I said, that 2011 or 2012. It still sticks to my head when I think about that. Over a decade after, just my daughter looking at me and saying, why do you still come here? They treat you this way. You complain all the time and you're still here. And I tell you, that day that my daughter said it was the day I changed the hospital and I found my peace. So I totally when when I saw this Oseni Rufai's post, it just reminded me of that whole thing. Nigerians will sit down. For example, even when it comes to concerts, Nigeria will pay for concerts. People will not start 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours after. Some of them will even come, they will even insult you on top of it. And tomorrow you buy ticket again and go to that person's concert. Ah, then the person will treat you anyhow now. You stop it, you nip whatever nonsense it is at the board. It's just like people who go in abusive relationship. People start. You people are cutting. The guy is putting hands on you, slapping you, and you marry the person. And what do you expect? He's gonna continue now. Because you've normalized it. You've told him that it was okay. That's where we are in Nigeria and the kind of relationship, that we have. So he said, so when they see people that demand justice, they fight them, but deep inside they want the justice, but they are slaves to the culture of impunity and lack of excellence. And that's so true. Nigerians are slaves to the culture of impunity and lack of excellence. And that's what they're so used to. They will tell you that, oh yeah, this is it, your own is too much, you're making too much demand, you're doing this. Me, I'm like, it's not your demand, it's my demand. I didn't ask you to make demand. The day I asked you to make demand, you can tell me all of this. Until then, let me be. Also, it's in Nigeria, people will celebrate their oppressors. I'm reading for Oseni Rufai's Twitter handle, the post he made. He said, also, it's in Nigeria that people will celebrate their oppressors. Because I know you or you are my friend doesn't mean I will not criticize you when you are wrong. We have built a culture of don't criticize people you know. So what's the essence of friendship if we can't have the uncomfortable conversations? Exactly. If you are my friend, I'm in a position, I'm doing something wrong, you're not calling me to tell me, Aisha, this is what you're doing wrong. No, you should have done it better this way. Then you're not my friend. You understand? You're not my friend at all. You're part of the enemies, because if you're really my friend, you want me to grow. I will learn from it. That's the best way. Many things I see in the larger Nigerian culture I don't understand. I was brought up to have very frank conversation. I had parents that were straight speakers and they made changes happen. Many Nigerians claim they know God, but they have the spirit of fear, and God hasn't given the spirit giving the spirit of fear, but of sound of mind. Because most time religion is used in a way of it's either in a way that is transactional. You must do this to get this, you must do that. It's not in a way of love or acceptance and stuff like that. So a lot of people get off that. That's why you see a lot of people also, when they get out of certain situation, they just go agnostic. They don't even do religion anymore, because the kind of religion, that the kind of way they were brought up in religion is so toxic that they end up just not wanting anything to do with religion. And we have just such crazy thing. Like somebody say Nigerians are no, how did he put it? Religious but godless people. The same people will go pray how many times a day will be the ones to go, and when it comes to looting money, they don't have fear, they will loot. They will open the meeting with prayer, they will plan evil, they will close it with prayer. May God save us from us, in the words of somebody.